Welcome back, guys. Today we are finishing up planting in this garden. We have a few things to put in, and I also want to give you guys a full tour here real quick of what we got in. We put some stuff in off camera, and I want to show you guys what we got going. So stick around. We're gonna start planting these last few rows out right here right now. All right, today we're planting our Roma tomatoes. Look at them, boys, girls. These look great. So we're gonna get these in the ground. It's been, we probably could have got these in a week or two ago. We just got busy. We were planting out other things, but today is the day and we are getting these tomatoes in the ground. We're gonna show you guys how we plant them, and then we're gonna go around this garden here real quick and show you what's up. Let's get to planting some tomatoes. All right, with these Romas, biggest thing is you wanna plant them deep. So we get a nice hole here. Scoop of our fine compost. A little dash of our 12-12-12. And a nice little Roma. I try to make a little well around them so that water will pool up here and won't run off and into your row. I'm going to plant these pretty aggressive, probably every 12 inches or so, both sides of our trellis here. And we have 4 trellises this year that we're going to plant out like this. We have 280 some odd tomato plants to plant, so we're going to get right to it. So with tomatoes, you can plant way up the stem on here and they will shoot roots off of the stem. So to get a good root system, you want to plant your tomatoes deep. And then when they get bigger, we'll just tie them when they get up so far. We'll start tying them off to our trellis here. All right. Nothing to it but to do it. We are getting these tomatoes in really good. We've got 2 rows down here. I've got a row right here, and this is my final row. And if you remember in the last video, I was gonna get some more page wire fencing here and put up on these T-posts, and I decided not to. I'm gonna try the California weave, or the Florida weave, or the Mississippi weave, or whatever weave you want to call it. But we're gonna get some string and just use that as a trellis on this, rather than have to go get a whole row of page wire fencing. I don't really have a use for the rest of the roll right now. And honestly, I'm just saving a little bit of money because I've already got the string. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go put this last row in here, and then we're gonna get to this tour because you guys have got to see what's going on over here. All right, guys, we are done planting tomatoes. So we're gonna give you a quick tour here. I'm not gonna go into detail about each and everything because I have other videos planned for the summer for some more in-depth explanation of why and what we did. But here goes. We've got a bed right here. These are onion sets. These are nothing that we did by seed. These are just sets we got from a big box store, and they're taking off and very nice. I wanted to give them one more shot. I was gonna not giving up on them, so I'm gonna give them one more shot here. We've got a couple volunteer potatoes. When we were actually planting our tomatoes, we found these guys growing over in the other row, so we got these here, and then we got just a little open space right here. Kind of use it as overflow. And then our strawberry bed, these are really going good this year as well. We had a bunch out back that had runners, and had started making little baby strawberry plants, and we actually pull them up and then transplant them up here. They flowered, they're doing great, and we're just kind of expanding our bed that way. Strawberry plants are really expensive in the store, so we're trying to do this on the cheap with seed and with anything that we can get going, propagate and transplant. That's a bonus in our book. Right here we've got our herbs, and Candace and I are getting better with herbs. We haven't always been that good before in the past, but we've got our oregano here, we've got some dill, we got some parsley and cilantro, and then we got mint, we got some lemon balm and some chocolate mint here. And these here we have to get a bigger container for. I don't want to put it in a bed and have, because it'll spread all over like fast and thick, and I don't want to get it in a bed. I want to keep it contained, kind of like our oregano here. It was getting kind of out of control, so we like to have a little barrel basket, you know, a container for them. Okay, I'm gonna go 2 rows here. So here we've got onions as well. I know it's a lot of onions, trust me, I know it's a lot of onions, but if you've ever seen any of my onion videos, you'll know why. These are sets right here. We've just got a few foot of sets here, and then from here down, this whole row is the onions that we started by seed all the way back in January. It was crazy. These guys are looking really good though, and I'm excited. Candace is excited. I'm hoping that we don't have to buy onions this year. That's the plan. So this row here, we've got all of our carrots. We've got Mochums, we got Danvers, we got Sugar Snacks, and we've got Scarlets. And I've made a whole video on these carrots right here. You guys go back, check that video out, and you kind of see exactly how I did them. But they're doing pretty good. The Scarlets were older seed, and they did not germinate as well as I had hoped. The other ones have, and they're looking great. I'm actually going to try to put some into another smaller bed and get another succession going. Just want some more carrots, I think, this year. This here is all our garlic. Garlic, 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 garlic. And we got some elephant garlic here on the end. This stuff's looking pretty good. It's probably the best garlic that we've had, and I'm happy with it. We got about another 2 months growing time on this stuff, and we'll be done with it. This bed here, we've got all of our peppers. We did actually lose a few peppers. Not sure why, but they were some of the smaller green bell peppers that weren't really looking so hot when we put them in, but all these other ones are doing really good. Here we've got all of our lettuce. Most of this stuff went pretty good as well. I have another succession going down in the basement starting. We're gonna put in some of these empty holes here so we can do the cut and come again lettuce. Here we got all our celery. This stuff is looking fantastic. I actually just gave it a little bit of fertilizer the other day to give it a little boost, and it's looking really good. I didn't actually film planting this row. I did it in the middle of the week, and I didn't have time to get it on film. So right here we've got our reapers. These reapers are looking fantastic. Really liking how those turned out. I think we lost one reaper. That's pretty much it. We got our green peppers here and our jalapenos back here, looking awesome. And then in this row, like I said before, I didn't film it, but this is all our broccoli on the end. We've got cauliflower in the middle, and we've got cabbage out on the very front. And hopefully that's gonna grow in successions where it's gonna get taller the further back it goes with the light. All right, now we've got a row here of our potatoes. These are just potatoes, nothing fancy. Yukon Gold seed potatoes you buy anywhere, your local store. And then we've got radishes. This radish bed is looking awesome. I think I got a sneak peek. Oh, there's one right there. See that guy? Oh yeah, they're coming along nicely. So that's something I love to eat fresh in the summer, is radishes constantly. Here we go. We've got green beans just starting to take off here, looking nice. Getting good germination there so far. And ooh, look at that, real nice germination. We got a rain this afternoon, and a lot of these things just popped. even from yesterday to today. So we've got a short section of peas here. We don't eat a lot of peas, but the girls still like to snack on them from time to time. So we got some in, and then from here down we've got all cucumbers. These are all just starting to come up. You know, a random weed or two, but they're starting to come up real nice. Everything comes up a little bit better down at this end of the garden. We have more light for longer in the day, so our germination rate's a little bit better right here, right now, but the other stuff will catch up just fine. All right, so we've got all of our tomatoes in. This is a row of tomatoes here. I believe this is Romas. This is all Romas down here. They're looking really good. It looks like I lost one or two. We've had some really hot days here. It's been 85 degrees out, and like I said, we just got a thunderstorm come through and kind of wind whip some of these guys, but we've got extra plants to, if any of these die off, we can throw in a couple extras, but we ended up with 197 tomato plants. I know, you guys are like, what are you gonna do with 197 tomato plants? Trust me, we're gonna eat them. We love them. All right, so down here we've got nothing. We've got a small area of this bed, doesn't have anything in it. There was a couple bellflowers we had here. Not looking so hot on the bellflowers. We got a couple still left. Candace has got all her yarrow right here, so she wanted more yarrow. This is what we had last year, and this stuff overwinters nicely. And Candace says, I want more yarrow. So we planted more yarrow, and this stuff's looking amazing as well. So we'll get some nice flowers out of that. Right here we have a patch of dianthus that's overwintered from last year for us, and we're gonna hopefully get some nice flowers out of that as well. I believe these are daisies. Candace, question mark?
Lilies.
They're what?
Lilies.
These are lilies?
Yeah, they're day lilies.
Oh, okay. So these here are day lilies, Candace says. And we've had these for years, and we just kind of keep moving around the whole garden. We got allium here that has come up now for 2 years, so we're doing good with that. The only reason we have this and not our tulips and daffodils and crocus, we had this whole bed planned out like that, and those little moles, I'm telling you, they will tear up a bed of bulbs if you let them, and that's what they did. But apparently they don't like the allium, so they didn't eat those. They moved them around a little bit because we had them planted all nice and orderly, but they're all kind of sporadic. But Candace says they're cool because they're purple, and we're going to keep them. So, all right, we have here another row of Roma tomatoes. There's about 50 per row here. And we have yet another row of tomatoes. On this side I have primarily Roma Grandes, and then on this side is primarily Brandywines. I do have a few big beef down at the very end, but not very many of them took off. I think I only planted 6, and I had a few die off in the cell trays. This is our blank row right now, up to about halfway or so. This was kind of what we planned for an overflow if we needed extra room for anything, and we do that typically in a few spots in the garden just in case we have a few extra veggies or a few extra flowers. We've got space to plant them. So I'm kind of leaving this open for just a few more days until I can find out what we can plant in there and fill this out. I had a few overflow broccolis here, a few overflow green peppers, and let's see, we've got our bachelor buttons here mixed in, and we've got flowers that overwintered. Candace forgot where they are, and I haven't went back and looked at the video from last year yet, so. These here are China asters at the very end. Here we got Rudbeckia, or black-eyed Susans that have overwintered. A few random onions. We used to, last year, Candace plugged in an onion in every open hole. It was either a zinnia or an onion everywhere in this garden. And so if you see like sporadic onions all over the place, they actually overwintered and came back for this year. I'm letting them go just to see how they do. And another experiment of mine, I have no idea why. Right here we have a few more of the China asters. We have celosia, we have baby's breath, we have floss flower, And then we have Shasta daisies down here and stock, and then a random spinach from last year. I wanted to see how big it would get. So down here we got a couple of our straw flowers. Beginning this out here is straw flower as well. This whole row is zinnias we planted just by seed. We didn't start them ahead of time. Zinnias are so fast growing. We just planted by seed and they seem to do just fine that way. Here with the rest of this bed is our amaranth, and we planted our amaranth when it was a little bit too small. So basically just some of the ones that were a little bit bigger when we planted them are the ones that took off. They're doing great, but all these open holes are dead amaranth. Candace killed them, not me. Okay, moving on. We have here is our dahlias, which is about 3/4 of a row, and they're mostly coming up. There's a few that are just starting to emerge, and we have another space of our bed back here. That's just an empty bed that we don't have anything in right now, just another overflow. Our bed behind here, that's what 300 glad bulbs look like, and there is every kind of glad bulb in there. You want black, red, blue, white, orange, turquoise, whatever. I bet you Candace has got it in that bed right there, and it's looking really good. And I was very nervous about putting all these down here this year because of the low light situations, but it actually turned out really good, so we're happy with it. I'm hoping they do good. I'm hoping they bloom real good, and we can get a nice harvest out of them. Down here, the very back corner is our asparagus. And yeah, these guys are looking a little rough. They went to seed quick, but we're only 2 years in on some of this stuff, so we're actually wanting to get this moved, and we're actually not going to move this stuff. I'm probably just going to leave it. I'm going to replant asparagus into a bed up front, so we actually have a dedicated spot for it. Back here we have our 2 blueberry plants that I know you guys seen me plant before, and they're looking good. I had weeded them the other day and gave them their first shot of fertilizer. They're looking fantastic. So, all right guys, that's about it. That's pretty much everything we got in. I don't have any real big surprises as to other new things coming into the garden this year. That's going to be about it. I might put some more radishes or maybe a kohlrabi or something in by seed in some of these open bed areas, but or if I find a deal at a roadside stand that's got some good starts or something, sometimes I'll grab up a small flat and put some things in. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I've got some cool stuff coming. You guys are gonna love it. We've got a whole bunch going on this summer. We've put this garden in, and it is the earliest we've ever had it in, and I have so many projects to do this year that you won't even believe. I got lots of builds coming up. I got some cool stuff out in the woods. We've even got some stuff we're going to do over at our other property that I'm going to let you guys check out with us. And I appreciate you coming along, following along, checking out this whole crazy garden stuff, because it's going to be a bumper crop this year. All right guys, we'll catch you on the next one.